shrink told me that I stood by Junior through all his jealousy and shit. Trying to prove I'm a good guy. My mother couldn't hate a good boy like that.
What's that?
CD player.
For who? For me?
Yeah.
I don't want it.
And you won't have to tell me to take the garbage out.
I'm not supposed to have to tell you to take the garbage out.
Then why can't I have...
Tony explains that staying loyal to his Uncle Junior was his way of proving to his mother that he was a good boy.
All this, you never once said I told you so.
What are you doing?
What do you want, to piggyback?
Even Junior is surprised that Tony doesn't whack him.
Don't let me go to my grave with this guilt.
Now you listen to me, you old prick. You're not going anywhere.
Make things right with your mother, please.
Don't you find this completely embarrassing?
What?
This? Our family? And why did Dad hang out with him?
You know, Dad, he takes those things seriously, all the Italian family stuff.
Yeah, I got the big lecture. Now look.
I know.
Well, all I know is daughters are better at taking care of their mothers than sons.
So Tony internalized the belief that if he could just behave the right way, if he could just be good enough, he would finally be accepted.
Prove I'm a good guy.
Poland's are delphiniums. You know, Frankie Valli, when he visits Jersey, this is the florist he uses.
Oh, your mother died.
You're kidding.
So we're probably done here, right? She's dead.
After Livia dies, Tony says to Dr. Melfi, "So I guess we're done here." But not so fast, because as we know, Tony still spends the rest of the series trying to prove to Livia that he's a good boy.
Hey, your grandmother loved you. She loved both you two. Very much.
Junior becomes a symbol, like a stand-in for Tony's mother. Tony's trying to prove something to someone who isn't even there anymore.
Me no. Speak English. Me dispiace. I mean, don't you love me?
You know, there's probably plenty of nice gents in this place that want to date with a lovely young woman like you.
Look, I'm going downstairs. I'm going downstairs.
He's keeping his hair. You see what a good boy comes to visit his mother.
You know, you love music. All the old stuff's being reissued on CD. All your old favorites. Pajama Game, Connie Francis. Here. It's good for you. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Stop, Dad.
I'll never use them.
Tony was very adamant about not sending Junior to a retirement community because he still thinks that he did something bad by sending his mother to live at Green Grove.
The man is not competent, Tony.
Not again, Janice. Come on.
And he has the money for assisted living.
He's got legal bills up the ass.
So he can sell this museum and move to Green Grove.
Fuck assisted living, okay? You remember what they did to Ma?
She was thriving there, Tony.
Want to go home?
Home?
Back to the house?
My house?
Uh-huh.
No, I don't think so. I'll go back to the other place.
Before Olivia dies, after Tony's fully aware of what she and Junior plotted, he still goes over to her house to try to get things settled for her after Janice goes back to Seattle.
I'm here to get your living situation settled now with Janice gone. Barbara asked me to come here. Beyond that, I got nothing to say to you.
Well, it looks like he did have more to say to her.
Since you say you can't concentrate to read,
Well, what's wrong? Tell me.
what are you gonna freak out every time I try to do something nice for you? He stays where he is, Janice. He's our uncle. It's the least we can do. To get something done, you gotta do it yourself.
You were the one who was opposed to assisted living.
He'll never be able to fully prove to his mother that he's a good boy. She's dead.
Is that being a good son?
A good son?
Yeah, a good son.
I gave my life to my children on a silver platter. You're cruel. That's what you are.
I mean, bad sons have...
Bad sons what?
When he's a teenager, his mother stays alone in the hospital overnight when having a miscarriage, and when his father comes with Tony to the hospital the next morning, Johnny Boy puts Tony on the spot to lie to his mother and say they stayed at their cousin Jimmy's.
Ask Anthony, you don't believe me.
Where were you last night, Anthony?
Livia knows that Johnny Boy isn't faithful, and now she really can't trust her son either. She was obviously fearful and cautious, and now here's her son lying to her face while she's lying in a hospital bed.
We were at Cousin Jimmy's, Ma.
What's this?
She's going to finish baby journals from long time ago.
Another powerful moment in Tony's life happens when his cousin gets sent to prison after Tony fails to show up for a job they were supposed to do together. The reason he doesn't show up is because he had a panic attack. He was fighting with his mother and she was complaining that Carmela was late.
I said Carmela loves you.
And this lack of being able to please his mother at that moment leads to Tony B going to prison and losing his own family.
So I left. I walked out the door, went over to the car, opened the door, boom. Cut my fucking head open. I mean, your kid up at Bard. He better be a good son, right?
Not only do we know that Livia got upset around the time that Tony's first child was born, Meadow, but we also know that Livia had a miscarriage that turned into a very traumatic situation, one in which both her husband and her son lied to her. And this is the last time that she's pregnant. So perhaps the baby journals bring up some hard memories for her.
Carmela gave you one of these for each of the kids when they were born. What the fuck? Look at this. Supposed to fill these out. Carmela was supposed to come over with some fucking yarn for some booties my mother was making Meadow. She could have fucking died. From a miscarriage.
Was there any blame on his part? This man you emulate? The lies? The betrayals with other women?
So in some ways, it's almost like Tony was trying to make up for the mistakes and the things that Johnny Boy had done to Livia, which of course he could never do because he's not Johnny Boy.
When Dad died, you're gonna do all kinds of things.
Oh, he was a saint.
I stood by Junior trying to prove I'm a good guy. My mother couldn't hate a good boy like that.
But unfortunately, this moment is also fleeting, because as quickly as it appears, it disappears. Tony goes back to the status quo.
My mother was a borderline personality. So what?
Underneath the power, the anger, the violence, he's still that same kid trying to prove he's a good boy.
I tried to place her in a retirement community for her own good. She turned on me completely. You see, I never could please my mother.
I could see Carmela thinking like, wait, didn't we discuss all this and come to an understanding with these things? And here he is still complaining about his mother after our child attempted suicide, which is why we're here right now with this doctor.
You don't know who I am, do you?
Even after everything, including this venting session with AJ's psychiatrist and before they go out to Holston's for dinner, where does Tony go? To see Junior. It's like he just wants more information. He feels like if he can just get some clarity, he can finally figure out this riddle of his mother. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this latest video, and I'd love to hear from you.